Hi guys, second day with the Black Horse Viper on the runway. Today is a little bit different because today I'm flying on 3 times 12S, so it's 6 batteries in total. It's a little bit more power because on 4 batteries I had too much voltage sag, and now I checked it, it's 5 kilowatts at the beginning and then drops to 4 kilowatts, so I'm 1 kilowatt higher, which is nice. Of course it's 1 kilo heavier, but I made some weight savings with the carbon fiber and other stuff, and it's not so bad. And there were some questions about my landing gear, so I'll try to answer them quickly. Okay, so the retracts are JP Hobby, the smallest ones. They are called the ER005. They should be up to 6 kilos. This plane is 8.5 now and it works, but it's very important. On the main landing gear I drilled the holes for the pins from 5 millimeters to 6 millimeters. Actually I used the drill 5.5 and I threaded the bottom part, this pivoting part, and aluminium tube here. So I'm using not a rod 6 millimeters but threaded nut. This way I'm like screwing in the leg into the retracts, and this way it's sitting harder, it's sitting better, because these tiny lock nuts that are being used to lock the bolts are always releasing, so it's not really nice. So I had already one flight on this 6 millimeter bolts and it's much better. The legs are not bending, so it's good. And this part of the mechanics is the original one from Black Horse Viper, only I did this legs a little bit longer, so I used aluminium tubes 12 millimeters, and I've put the JP Hobby springs, hard ones, 10 millimeters hard ones, the green color inside. No, this one is a soft, and here is hard and hard. Oops. And this way the stiffness of the leg is appropriate, and also maybe it's hard to move it with my hand, but the play is much longer. It's very nice. Okay, so this is it, and I'm using these retracts because they're super light. One landing gear servo, one of these weighs 60 grams. It's super light. So I'm actually I've built this jet with low weight in mind, and that's why I use this landing gear, and I'm very pleased. I'm happy. I already had few flights on it and it's still holding. So these JP Hobby are very nice, and I have to give my compliments to the shop from France, Turbines RC. If you don't know this shop, find it. It's magnificent. The stock is amazing, and the service is, when I ordered another landing gear this week, I think I ordered them on Tuesday, and on Wednesday AM they were in my house in Poland. So it took them less than 24 hours to send it to my home. It's unbelievable, and the prices are very nice. So I recommend to everyone this shop. It's amazing, the service is amazing, and the stock is great, so it's a good shop. Okay, so I guess enough talking. Big jet. Of course we have a stabilization receiver from FrSky, so you can see it's working. I've put the GPS in. This GPS has a little bit delay, but it will read top speed, hopefully. I hope. So we'll know the top speed. Okay. And altitude. All right, so, maybe I'll be sitting. So, it's enough talking. Let's fly. I have batteries for 2 flights. I hope everything will be fine and the flights will be okay. See you later. I forgot to say that I'm not sponsored by the shop Turbines RC from France. I'm just a normal customer, but I just like the service. I like this shop, and you know, when there is something good, I always want to share it with everyone. So this is the shop worth mentioning and worth, I think, working with. Okay, let's fly.
Amps, 4,127 watts. Kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour.
No, this GPS is not working. Full speed all the time.
Milliamp hours.
Out of 9,000.
milliamp hours. Volts, 2.9 volts, 2.9 volts.
Have to release throttle. It was full throttle all the time till now. So let's see how much.
8,695 milliamp hours.
Almost there. So we fly a little bit slower now. I'll be landing.
Milliamp
Okay,
hours.
landing.
Gear down. High rates. Flaps full. .9 volts.
Landing, ląduję.
9,215 milliamp hours. 74 kilometers per hour. 52 kilometers per hour. 45 kilometers per hour.
.204 kilometers per hour with GPS, which has some lag. I think it was slightly more.
301
I think it was slightly more. I think it was 220 kilometers per hour. But this GPS is lazy. It takes time to check. So it was 9 minutes without 15 seconds flight, long flight. So 6 batteries is really much nicer because 9 minutes full throttle. I was pushing, oh no, the last minute I was going half throttle because I had the 2.9 volts alarm on the cells. So I pulled down. So I think full throttle will be 8 minutes probably, but still very nice. At takeoff we had 108 amps, 5.2 kilowatts. Then it dropped quickly down because the batteries were cold because we were preparing here for a while. But it's okay. The voltage drop was 36 volts at the lowest, 35.8. Yeah. Which is super nice. And top speed with GPS 204. Top altitude 300 meters. Nice. And that's it. Okay. So it was a nice flight. It flies very nice on 6 batteries. Let's check the landing gear if it's still working, because I was going too fast for landing. I should be going slower. Yeah, but it looks good. Let's cycle the gear. I'm checking the gear because these pins connecting the main landing gear are 6 millimeters. They're very tiny for this weight, but it seems to work. So let's see. Everything is perfect. So another successful flight. And one thing is nice about this kind of landing gear, that you can always bend it. Because if you have a 10 millimeter bolt connecting the leg with the landing gear mechanics, then when it bends, it bends. That's it. And here, when it bends, you can bend it back. So it's good. And I'm using stainless steel, which is not the hardest, but it's flexible, so you can adjust it. If I used hardened steel, it would break, it would crack. And when it cracks, usually you damage the wings. So I prefer to use a soft one which bends, but it always holds. It doesn't, you won't lose the leg with the hard landing. It will just bend, which is quite important. Okay, and the light servos, they're called the TowerPro 92B or something. The very light ones. They work. Very nice. So, okay. So, quickly changing batteries and another flight. Oh, one more thing. Today in the morning, I flew with the cheater hose open. I made both sides big cheater holes here to get more air into the EDF. and it seemed a little bit better for takeoff because there was more air for takeoff, but at the level flight I couldn't pass 200. I was going 190 something, and there was a lot of noise, like turbulence noise. So I covered it again with the clear tape, and it's better. It's 204 kilometers per hour, and the plane is quieter. And when the plane is quieter, it means that there is less turbulence. So cheater hose doesn't work here. Okay, here in this place, maybe more in the front, but here it doesn't work. Okay, let's go. Okay guys, second flight. We have to hurry because the storm is coming, another one today. We had one today. Some light left, some sky, so let's do a quick flight. Pre-flight check, let's go.
0 amps, 4 amps, 107 amps, 108 amps, 104 amps, fasten near 103 amps, 4,316 watts.
Now we try to go a little bit faster, so I'm climbing to get some height, and we'll see if the GPS will read it because this GPS is kind of lazy.
96 amps, 3,938 watts.
I think we have some glitches with microphone, some interferences, but it's okay.
Kilometers per hour.
That's what I thought, 233 kilometers per hour. It's more than 200. Okay. I apologize guys for the interference with the microphone, but I think we have some glitches, so sorry for that. The sound of this EDF is unbelievable. It's really nice. And you're going up.
93 amps, 3,546 watts.
I'm going full throttle all the time. That's a very nice jet. I decreased my exponential from 80% to 50 because it was too lazy. And now it feels exactly like my small Avanti, like the Avanti from Freewing. It's more agile. Above the bushes. Almost into the camera. I like 6 batteries because I can push full throttle all the time. It's very nice.
Volts, 2.9 volts, 8,481 milliamp hours, 2.9 volts.
I think the batteries are too cold because I have a big cheater hole with the front landing gear well, and today is cold day, so that's why the voltage drop like this, because it should maintain above 3 volts till the end of the battery to 9,000. But we can fly slow also.
Milliamp hours.
Landing.
Gear down. Flaps full. 114 kilometers per hour. 111 kilometers per hour. 35.9 volts. 104 kilometers per hour. 2.9 volts. 35.5 volts. 9,248 milliamp hours. 108 kilometers per hour. 68 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so this flight was full throttle, 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes and something. Very nice. 5.266, 5,280. She's nice, but not that nice. 5,266 watts, 108 amps at takeoff. And then I was flying most of the flight on 4 kilowatts because this is the level power that is being maintained. And voltage drop 35.4, and I think the batteries are too cold because there's too much airflow around it, but I will leave it like this because the summer is coming, so for the summer will be great because the batteries like to work at, I think, at 50 degrees. They are performing the best, the Leons. And now we have maybe 4 degrees, it's cold outside. So the batteries are maybe 25-30 degrees warm. They're too cold because the amperage draw is very small for these batteries, because I draw 33 on average, 33 from each battery, 33 amps, which is nothing compared to what I do in other planes, up to 60 amps per battery. Okay. Hey, some of you are asking me a question: how can I draw 60 amps from the Leon battery that is nominally 35 amps maximum draw? It's very simple. It's enough to put a higher kV motor on the plane, and then you will draw more. If you short circuit the battery for 2 seconds, you will get 300 amps. It's just up to you. Okay, so the battery, this Leon battery can spark, I think, 500 amps spark. Okay, top speed 233, top altitude 300 meters. Voltage drop was 2.88 on the lowest cell, because I have a sensor on that too. And that's it. The plane is wonderful. I think it's kind of ready. I won't do much more with this plane, maybe LED lights. And I will for sure paint it like the one from last year with the clear lack. I have a gun, I need to buy a paint in a car body shop. And I will wash it, clean it with the cloth and the alcohol. And then I'll paint it so it's shiny. because it's much nicer. It will be heavier, maybe 200 grams, but it will be more beautiful. I just like it very much when the model is shiny. Okay, so enough talking. It was fun. 2 flights, weather was good. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, the Odyssey is coming any moment now because I'm building it, I'm finishing it. So I bought some carbon parts and I bought some lighter parts for it. So I'm shaving it down from 15.5 kilos to 14 kilos. So it will be nice. Okay, I hope to see you soon. And that's it.